Overcoming Addiction, the Nothing Rule and 10-Minute Trick. We must first comprehend a concept that has altered our perspective on habit formation. We refer to this as the Nothing Rule, since it will make it simpler for you to maintain healthy behaviors and steer clear of unhealthy ones. How does it operate? You will likely feel rather sore for the next few days after a hard workout at the gym when you know you pushed your body to its limits, but you don't feel horrible about it because you recognize that pain is a necessary part of the process. Despite the fact that getting out of bed and moving around literally hurts, you feel somewhat okay. Knowing that you worked hard during the workout and that your body is now recovering more powerfully makes you feel wonderful. You are aware that the process of strengthening includes this kind of pain. However, let's say you're a total novice and you were unaware that being sore was a necessary step in the procedure. You could be concerned and believe that you did something wrong if you woke up 2 days after your first rigorous leg workouts with excruciating thigh pain. You were okay yesterday, but now you can hardly walk. In an attempt to alleviate the discomfort, you may even decide to take some medicine. The sole distinction is that you are unaware that the discomfort was anticipated and considered a necessary component of the procedure. The pain is a positive indication. The reason I'm bringing this up is because pain and our addictions function very similarly. Not only our addictions, but every one of our actions. You see, whenever you engage in any enjoyable activity, like playing video games or eating fast food, your dopamine levels rise to far higher levels than they should. The intriguing thing is that when you stop doing these things, your dopamine levels don't simply go back to where they were before you started. Rather, they fall below baseline. This is directly related to how high the spike was, so the longer and higher the high you've been chasing, the longer the drop. What does it feel like to have low dopamine levels now? Google lists a number of symptoms, including worry, fatigue, difficulty concentrating, a lack of desire, a sense of hopelessness, difficulty sleeping, and an inability to enjoy past pleasant events. In essence, you feel awful. This is a form of suffering, in a sense. It's more of a cerebral, dull, uncomfortable, depressing kind of agony than the actual physical pain that comes following a strenuous workout. It's fascinating to note that this discomfort has a purpose, much like the soreness that results from exercising. You see, doing nothing is the only way to bring your dopamine levels back to their baseline levels from when you were younger, when finding motivation and enjoyment in life was simple. Instead of reaching for more dopamine-spiking activities to get rid of this pain, do nothing and trust that you will eventually heal. This dull, depressing, and exhausted feeling you get after taking a break from enjoyable activities is a sign that your dopamine levels are slowly beginning to recover. Of course, I don't mean to physically wait and do nothing all day or avoid as many enjoyable activities as you can. Your baseline levels will rise gradually, and many formerly dull activities like finishing some work or having a conversation with friends will begin to feel somewhat enjoyable once more. This is your opportunity to concentrate on developing these positive habits so that you can someday live a life in which using your negative behaviors is not a means of raising your dopamine levels. You will be satisfied with a healthier substitute. Speaking of healthier options, it's always a good idea to talk to someone about your problems because it helps you sort out the mental chaos that many of us harbor. I want to leave you with one last piece of advice on handling these unpleasant feelings. The 10-minute trick is the name of it. If you believe that the nothing rule isn't working well enough when you're experiencing a strong negative emotion, like stress or boredom, you can try this. The discomfort can be somewhat reduced by telling yourself, okay, I'll play on my phone in 10 minutes. When you want to do something that will increase your dopamine levels and help you feel less pain. In addition to the already unpleasant feelings you experience during the dopamine recovery process, there is the anguish of not knowing when you will be able to unwind, which makes you feel even more uneasy. In fact, this is a major cause of the uneasy emotions we experience on a daily basis. Uncertainty. When you allow yourself a time slot to cope with a negative emotion, your brain may rest knowing that there is already a plan in place to relieve that pain. This is in contrast to when you are trying very hard to avoid a bad habit, which will be in your mind continually. That's all. I hope the nothing rule and the 10-minute trick help you develop new habits. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.